Good morning. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Rory.
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. Today is Thursday, April 6th, and it's a green day. A Marines recruiter will be in the Colby Conference Room today from 10 to 10:30. Please be sure to check in with your teacher before attending. This evening at 7 p.m., the Colwell Scholars will be hosting Dr. Sienna Craig to give a talk titled The Ends of Kinship, Migration Between the Himalaya and the United States. Dr. Craig is an anthropologist at Dartmouth who will track birth, family life, and death across migration routes between the United States, including Vermont, and the high Himalayas of Nepal. For those of you who are interested in medicine, cultural studies, creative writing, Asian politics, or history, come on out to the library at 7 p.m. to hear a talk from a top scholar in her field. Put on your party hats, people. An anthropologist is coming to town. Hello and bonjour. A reminder that there is a London/Paris informational meeting today after school in Streeter 223. See you there. Due to the weather yesterday, the meeting for the art and culinary trip to Florence, Italy was rescheduled to next Wednesday. If you cannot attend this meeting after school and you are interested in this travel opportunity, please see Miss Loader in Morse 302 during the day to pick up an informational packet. Come to the Outing Club today as we travel to the North Country Climbing Center to climb until we can't feel our arms anymore. The bus will leave Brandview Drive at 3:35 and return by 6 p.m. See Mr. Holden or Mr. Weiss for more details. Whether the weather was wetter or better than ever the weather it was, therefore, talent show auditions has been extended to next week. Those of you who had your audition canceled due to yesterday's weather should see Mr. Levitt in Colby 201 to reschedule. And those of you who were inspired by my ability to do tongue twisters and now want to sign up, you have an extra day next Monday, April 10th, with free slots available for auditions. Please direct any questions to Mr. Levitt in Colby 201. Do you and your friends feel overwhelmed by the burden of massive intelligence? Do strange, obscure facts burst forth from your mouth suddenly and without warning? The class of 2023 has you covered. We are hosting a Scholars Bowl-style trivia competition in the library at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, April 12th. Use the Google form sent to your STJ Labs email to register your team of 2 to 6 players. Show off your mad skills by answering questions about pop culture and general knowledge. The winning team will take home a gift card to a local business and the knowledge that their intelligence are superior. Sign up today and be sure to bring the $10 team entrance fee to the event. Snacks will be sold. Don't forget about the toiletry item drive advisory competition running from now until Thursday, April 13th. The students from the Intro to Human Services classes are collecting things like shampoos, soap, feminine products, brushes, deodorant, and gift cards for youth in foster care. Collection boxes are located outside of Streeter 225 and in the faculty mailroom. Remember to put your advisory's name with what you donated to be eligible for a huge gift basket of goodies that will last your advisory for weeks. Hello, students. Want to see your art awed upon by those in need? Want to have something to brag about in your resume? Then consider gifting your artwork to Umbrella. Your personal work will be put upon the living room where people will see it every day. There are 0 requirements to qualify, and you will help contribute in making a comfortable environment for domestic abuse victims. Send your art to the Forrest Holcomb Advisory in Streeter 256 today. Join advocates, activists, survivors, and supporters who are getting involved in Sexual Assault Awareness Month on Instagram. Check out the bulletin board in Streeter for a full list of daily prompts which encourage creative ways to raise awareness, educate, and build connection. Today's prompt is terms to know. Explain a term that relates to sexual violence or diversity and inclusion, and create your own graphic to highlight the definition. Share that on Instagram with hashtag 30 days of SAAM, and check out the nsvrs.org for more information. Attention advisories. The Forest Holcomb Advisory is asking for your help to collect gently used or new board games to donate to Umbrella for their family room. Umbrella has moved to a new location and is in need of various items to make their facility a more comfortable place for families to connect in a safe environment if needed, and your donations will make a difference. Please bring your gently used or new card games and board games to the cardboard box outside of Streeter 256. The advisory with the most donations will win a box of baked treats to enjoy. Donations close Thursday before April break. Good luck, SJA. Happy birthday today to Madeline Atkinson, Grace Hagler Ellis, Ollie Huntington, and Ace Irwin. And a special happy anniversary to Mr. Jolliffe and Mrs. Jolliffe from their daughter, Siri. Happy everything. But that's all, so I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, Rory. So many opportunities to give, donate things. Umbrella, it sounds like Umbrella's looking for games and for toiletries and doing some good. So please do think about donating those things and getting some treats. Another opportunity to give. Let me bring up Jonathan and Ryan to talk about the India trip promo.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Jonathan, and we're here to announce that this Friday, April 7th, we will be hosting a Variety Day. This Variety Day is to collect money for a trip to India on April 15th. Now, you may be thinking, what is my money going to be spent on? Is it going to be spent on the airplane ticket, or maybe in a fancy place to have dinner in India? The truth is that none of these are where the money collected is going to be spent.
100% of the money from this Variety Day will go directly to our project to help low-resource schools in India. To give you an idea of what this project could contribute to are a healthcare center that provides medication and care to the village, painting the classrooms, help fixing roofs, school supplies such as books, pencils, coloring utensils, etc., and other opportunities to better the lives of the kids from the village.
We would like to thank you for your help these past months and support collecting money. The cost of this Variety Day will be $1. Nevertheless, other amounts of money is much appreciated. Thank you so much, and Angie.
Thank you, guys. So Variety Day tomorrow. Now I'd like to bring up Vishesh Prasad with a special message for you all. Vishesh.
Hello, my name is Vishesh Prasad, and I would like to talk about Autism Awareness Month. I am one of the many people in this world who has been diagnosed with autism. Did you know that one in every 100 kids in the world is on the autism spectrum? The thing about autism, as you will hear from Channing, is it affects people and can vary in many different people. It can affect how they process emotions, how they pick up on social cues, and how they express themselves if they're more introverted or extroverted socially. I would like to share my personal account as how I have been affected by autism. At age 12, I found out I had autism. I had been diagnosed when I was 5, but in that 7-year gap, I did not know that I had it. As a kid, at age 5, I was bullied often, and I felt very alone. People called me mute boy and freak. But over time, I learned to understand people. I learned to accept my autism as a strength, and autism was my superpower now. It helps me memorize information and learn things very quickly, and this is one of the many effects and it can have on people. I am very grateful that there are people who stand with me and for people who will support me with my autism. And to those who have autism, I say this: you are not alone. There are thousands of other people who are in this world who are willing to walk through the fires with you, who are willing to stand with you. I am Vishesh Prasad. I have autism. I am not afraid. I am proud, and I stand strong for those who have autism. Stand strong with me. Thank you.
We have someone immediately standing with Vishesh. Let me bring Channing Roper to the stage. Channing?
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. My name is Channing Roper, and I am here this morning to talk to you about Autism Awareness Month. According to the Oxford Dictionary, autism is defined as a, quote, developmental disorder of variable severity that is characterized by difficulty in social interaction and communication and by restricted or repetitive patterns of thought and behavior, end quote. Experts from the World Health Organization estimate that 1 in 100 children in the world have autism, whether diagnosed or not. Now you may be wondering, why does this matter? Well, I'm a person with autism. Unlike most mental learning disabilities, autism does not have a set amount of symptoms that ensure a person has the disability. Autism varies heavily from person to person, hence why I will not be comparing the disability to other disabilities. Since autism varies so much from person to person, I determined that sharing some of my personal accounts of my experiences with autism would be the best course of action to make people aware of the disability. Growing up, I struggled a lot with sensory issues, many of which still persist to this day. Loud noises, such as the squeak of the music stands in Mr. Rowe's band room or the toilets in streeter flushing, cause sensory issues. The reaction to the overwhelming sensory input is referred to as a tic or a stim and is often a physical or verbal reaction. It is very common in people with autism and is a shared symptom with people who have ADHD, which I was also diagnosed with. Some of you who may know me on a more personal level know that I have spoken about mimicking behavior and speech patterns from my peers. This is another common, but not necessarily sure symptom of autism. Experts have proven that due to the lack of social and emotional skills that are common in individuals with autism, these individuals will commonly mimic behavior or match the social energy of their peers or friends. I have often found myself borrowing phrases and sayings from the people I am around, and studies have shown that this is an attempt to fit in. I didn't step up here to talk about my experiences to gain pity, but rather to make you aware of what autism is and how it affects people. I was diagnosed when I was 10 years old, and being diagnosed did not change how I acted, nor do I use my diagnosis as an excuse for not being able to perform to the best of my ability in my day-to-day activities. I want to remind you that just because a person has a disability or other health condition, it doesn't define their personality or their life. A person shouldn't be classified or labeled as one thing or another because of a disability they were born with or can't control. I now speak to anyone who is laughed at, scoffed at, made fun of, or spoken a single unkind word to anyone who has a disability or other trait that is out of their control. Whether it is a physical disability, like cerebral palsy, or skin color, or a sexual orientation, or a gender identity, or a speech impairment, or any other factor that makes each person stand out and be unique from every other human on this planet, hurtful words get you nowhere. Those words are unnecessary and only cause hurt and pain to people who in most cases cannot control what they are being made fun over. As a person who has experienced this, I can tell you that those words sting and they linger. No one should feel good from any of those experiences, and I am sorry to anyone who has had to endure this. Rather than bring people down, lift them up and show them they aren't different or weird. They are just another part of humanity, the amazing group of people that keeps the world turning around. To borrow Greta Thunberg's words, autism is my superpower. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Channing and Vishish. April is also the National Month of Hope, which is really important because hope is the thing that activates all of this awareness so it can become the change that we need to see. If you think of awareness without hope, that could just be despair. But awareness with hope brings us to a place full of possibility. Given everything that we face together as a community every day, each with our own set of concerns and fears and desires and hopes, given our desire to remain aware and engaged with the struggles of other people in order to mitigate them, we need hope as much as we need food and water. I'm going to talk more about hope next week. But for today, please think about what makes you hopeful. I'm going to think about Channing and Vishesh today. Please tell someone about it. Tell someone what makes you hopeful today. All right, I'll see you next week. Faculty.